In this morning's Money Watch, think about this for a second. Negotiating a higher starting salary. A lot of people consider themselves lucky just to have a job in these tough economic times, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't get a raise. Here with some advice on do's and don'ts is CBS News business and economics correspondent Rebecca Jarvis. Good morning.
Good morning, Harry.
So there's this study out, and this says it's all about the negotiations, right?
It's all about the negotiations. Of course, you have to negotiate in order to get that increase in salary, but something for people to consider when they take a step back. You see unemployment 9.6%. Right. You see wage freezes, even in some cases, wages coming down.
Right.
But what's also important to consider if you're thinking about negotiating for a raise is that it costs companies money to hire new employees and to train new employees.
Right.
So if it's a matter of keeping you and you're one of the most respected, valuable employees, they may find some room there to negotiate.
All right, let's talk about some of the do's and don'ts. First, the do's of negotiation.
First off, there's two strategies that this study, which is out of George Mason and Temple University, found. They found that collaborating as well as competing were two strategies that worked best for the people in their study. So collaborating would be laying out a win-win scenario, problem solving.
What's good for me, what's good for you.
Exactly.
Right.
Competing actually worked when people were persuasive, they asserted, and they even in some cases threatening to leave, for example.
Okay.
You also, outside of this study, it's natural when you negotiate to want to arm yourself with information, know what other people in your position are making. Salary.com is a great resource for that.
Don't go into combat without the information.
Right.
What are the serious don'ts?
So this is actually where I think the most interesting results of this study come out. Things that we would normally think are the best things to do in negotiations happen to be the worst things for people in this study. So, for example, being too accommodating actually lost people money. Compromising actually meant that people didn't get money.
Right.
And, of course, avoiding the conversation altogether. Clearly, especially in this day and age, if you're not negotiating, you're not getting paid more.
Is there a best time to ask for a raise?
Analysts and experts say the best time to do it is first off at your review, but most importantly, to also consider it after a major accomplishment. If you're the talk of the office and everyone's high-fiving you and everyone's saying you did this, you did that, you got your numbers up, you beat everyone else, that is the time to go to your boss and say, listen, I am head and shoulders above. Let's think about how to compensate me for it.
And so you're going to have this meeting with your boss. What are some of the other things we need to keep in mind, including body language? Yeah,
body language is important. Having good posture, conveying a sense of confidence, keeping good eye contact. Also, experts say to keep your hands above the table. And of course, if you're doing that, keep those nails short and clean.
Clean hands.
Believe it or not, I mean, these things, they seem simple, but they really can make a big difference.
Everything gets involved. Now, are there body language deal breakers?
You know, well, of course, not having good eye contact is one of the big things. Also, you know, having posture that doesn't indicate that you feel, you know, that you're confident in yourself, things of that nature. And also, we'll often hear about mirroring. It's a good thing. You know, you and I are sitting here, we're sort of mirroring each other. It's a good thing when you're trying to negotiate or have a confident sign to do that.
And how do you not sit? What's the worst sitting mistake you can make?
Don't do this. It will not get you any money.
All right. I'll take that advice, Rebecca.
All right.
Thank you so much.